I know some good. I don't know no good. I know some good.
Some good, but no good.
And I know what's good is
Monday.
Yeah, and we want to welcome you to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
And this is Qiana.
This program is being brought to you as part of the New Image Project at the Community Development and Training Center, aka See That.
See That.
And we like to thank y'all for tuning in, helping us to redefine what's cool, because
smart
is
the new
gangster.
Baby.
And if you don't know,
guess what?
Now you know.
Yes, you do.
No. When I put that lower third, that's just a little bit.
You gonna
a little bit,
just a wee.
Just a wee.
Mm-hmm.
How was your weekend?
You know what? I had a busy weekend.
Okay.
I did. What did I do Friday? Because I did something.
So
Friday.
your weekend started on Friday.
It literally started on Friday.
Okay.
Saturday. So let me skip because I can't remember what I did on Friday.
so we skip.
So let's skip Friday.
Just get right in. Yeah.
Saturday, I went to Ashley Jackson's birthday party.
Okay. Who's Ashley Jackson?
Who does hair? Touched by Ash. She does braids.
Okay.
And actually, that's my youngest goddaughter's mother.
Okay.
So Tuki. That's Tuki mama.
Okay.
Rihanna.
Gotcha.
Tuki is the fun. Like, oh my God, kids is funny. But right. Did that. I hung out with my oldest goddaughter, Sanaa, Harold's daughter, for a little bit.
Yeah.
She's a working girl, so kind of.
Yeah, so you gotta catch up when you can.
Yeah, kind of. And then I did Sunday. I went to Damien comedy show.
Okay, over at Side Splitters.
Yes, and prior to going over there, we surprised my auntie with steaks and potatoes in the yard. Okay,
is this 90? How old is your auntie?
No. That was my aunt. Okay, my auntie Lois was 91. We went to the steakhouse for her.
Okay, gotcha.
But we did my auntie who turned 62.
Okay.
We never got to celebrate her birthday, so we ran it back.
On
Sunday in the yard and surprised her and put steaks on the grill, baked potatoes,
nice.
salad, some shrimp. Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, that
sounds like you had a good time.
Yeah. Well, how was your weekend?
I had an amazing weekend. So Saturday I went to the Florida Aquarium and did the sea trek.
How was that?
The sea trek was, oh man, it was definitely an amazing experience. Shout out to Courageous Leap. Yeah, like and share the page, y'all. Wake them up, tag them if you on. Tag a few people. Dan, tag some of your people, man. Tell them get on up. It's Monday morning. The weather's kind of good, so people might be sleeping in. Yeah. So, so the sea trek was really amazing. I want to again say thank you to Kimbrielle Finch of Courageous Leap. And I mean, just getting Black people in the water, and it was 4 Black men.
I can't wait to my turn.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice. You'll be I was surprised.
Now, you kind of like, did you feel like you couldn't breathe?
I was good. I was comfortable. I couldn't hardly see though, because I had my they put the helmet on you, right? And so and I had my glasses on and everything, but you have to like look through the front piece.
Okay.
Because like even though it's like all that glass around you, like when you look to the side, you can't really see out the side. You have to look out the front. So it was more of my like just getting adjusted to the vision side. If you could turn that CD line down for us, because we get some feedback on that. The one in the middle.
There we go.
There we go.
We're gonna just cut it off altogether. How about that?
Yeah, let's do that. And so so going down was amazing. It was almost like an airplane ride. You know how when your ears pop going down. So that was the only part of it that kind of threw me off a little bit.
Now I'm thinking about it. You just be leaving me out on everything. Because remember, I was supposed to take the helicopter ride too with you.
Which helicopter? And when we flew, me and Reno. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, you're right. I forgot I was in the air. So I done been in the air. Now I done been under the water.
And I was a part of that. And then I don't know how I end up missing
I think I called you and you was like, no, I can't make it or something.
No. That is not what happened.
That ain't what happened?
No.
You was ready?
Yes, I was. And I didn't get the phone call.
My bad.
But Damien had an amazing show.
On Saturday.
I him on Sunday.
Okay.
And like this was the top of his tour.
Okay.
So he's doing his.
Is it kicking off? So it's the food stamp tour, right?
This is the food stamp tour. It kicked off.
Yeah.
And like St. Pete was in the building. It was
Nice.
It was, and he had some good comedians with him.
Yeah, St. Pete Invasion Tour.
Yes.
And so let me tell you, last thing on this C-Trek. So as I'm going down, I put the helmet on and all that stuff. I'm good.
Yeah.
And then when I started getting in the water, like I felt the water come up in like what to me was like inside the helmet, but it wasn't really inside the helmet.
So
I was like, hey, well, like, hold on.
What's going on?
No, I'm looking at the dude like, hey, is water supposed to be in here?
Uh-huh.
And he was like, it ain't gonna go all the way up. Cause I'm like, you just got a little bit more and
yeah.
And then I'm holding my breath, even though y'all told me don't hold my breath.
I'm getting out of
here. Yeah. But it was amazing. Like the Sheldon the turtle loved some Brother John. Like the turtle was kind of around. Big old fish like in the tank. It was amazing. It was a beautiful experience.
That sounds like it sounds serene and like
it was.
Like don't you feel so comfortable? Like you think that you would, and you be like,
I was like in awe. And then when the fish came up to me, just looking the fish in the eye, like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Like I see you and I can look and like we like look like some it was almost like it was like the Avatar movie where it's like, I see you.
You and then jet off.
Yeah. No, this 50 pound.
Oh, so
he just like looked and was like, yeah, this is where I be.
Yeah,
and I'm like, I respect that, dog. Like you got it. Like, I don't want no smoke with you. You and Sheldon, but it was
Good morning, Super Dave.
But it was like peace. You know what I mean? I think Super Dave gonna be. Oh, not that Dave. Dave Jackson may be going next. I think he's up because Kimbrielle, her objective was to have black men.
Oh,
and so it was me, Javaris, Tootie. From Young Kings and Queens, he does college tours.
Okay.
So he does that.
I know Tootie.
You know Tootie, yep. So Javaris. No, he came. He was here. The holidays got people in town, and so I think he was here. Visiting family and what have you. And then a brother from Tampa, brother Gary Hartfield, serial entrepreneur, doing a lot of stuff. Actually planning on doing some stuff politically. So stay tuned for that. And then Andrew Pink over from Mount Zion, and so it was just like a great group. Yeah. so yeah, great group, great opportunity, and thank you again, Kimbrielle, for getting me in the water.
Pete can sing.
I didn't know that.
He's a singer. I don't know if he really sang anymore. But he used to be in the ACT program with Qiana. With Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. So yeah, it was good stuff. Today is. Let me see what I had. What today is? I thought. But I can't find it.
Good morning, everybody.
So today is Lost and Found Day.
Okay.
And I don't have the write-up about the description of Lost and Found.
I still ain't found my keys.
Okay.
But I broke down.
And got more keys.
And bought.
Did you get a key? Do you have a fob?
Yes.
So what to set you back? Ridiculous.
Oh, not the negotiation game.
Okay, yes. Was able to work, make something happen.
Yeah,
right. Okay, so you can't tell the price when you got.
It was still $200.
Okay, I got you.
It still set me back, but
yeah. Okay, no, I was thinking like 300, 400. Yeah.
It went, and I'm like, you can't do a little bit better.
Come on.
Because I figured it's a key. I know that it's overpriced.
Yeah, them key fob. Yeah.
I know that you can order this on Amazon for $10.
Okay. And then just set it up, program it. Yeah.
And I understand it's your time, and then you want to make sure that the equipment and all this other stuff.
Right.
But come on.
Yeah.
Do me a solid.
Right. Come on. $10 on Amazon. You gonna really charge me $350?
Right. So come on, run it.
Yeah. Let me get it for the $2.
Can I get the Black Friday sale?
Let's go. Let's go. So you got. Is that the main key? Because I know it was like that was the main thing.
That's the main key. I already had my house. I had
okay.
I had a spare key for my house.
Yeah, most people have those kind of spares.
For my mama house.
Okay.
But like everything else,
I'm feeling like the janitor right now. Like I got keys on here. I don't even know what a lot of these things.
But he did tell me if I find the keys, he'll reprogram the original keys back to the car.
So you'll have an extra one.
Yes.
I hear that loud and clear.
Yes. Good morning, Mama Blue. Good morning, Dr. Gargles.
Right on. And then so I was at the post office Friday, speaking of Lost and Found Day. And when I walked up to the counter, that I don't know if you've been in there. So you know how they have all this stuff and then you go in the line or whatever. So I'm at the counter.
Which post office are you at?
I'm at 43rd, the one Twin Brooks. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
And so so it's a blank $50 money order on the counter.
Oh, I saw you just.
I had a moment with it when I looked and I'm like, oh, okay. I looked at it, read it over, seen like, okay, yeah, this real deal, a blank $50 money order. What you think I did next?
Turned it in. You kept it?
I folded it and was about to keep it.
And then
something said, well, what you doing? Turn this thing in.
See, I'm so glad
because I folded it and I tucked it because I was about to keep it. I ain't gonna even cap. I was like, man, turn this thing in.
See,
it's $50 money order.
Thank you for the blessing.
That was kind of coming up, but it was $50. Now, if it would have had another 0 or 2, thank you for the blessing. But them $50 felt like okay, like it felt like okay. This
somebody really need this.
Yeah, 50. Somebody really need this 50. They came here to send it to somebody, but they probably just left it. Because it was there where you stuff your envelopes, where you write your stuff at. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody was searching for it.
They probably told the house. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Don't know where it was. How to find?
Yeah. Big time. Because you be like, what?
Yeah. No, it's just something.
Yeah.
And so I was like, you know what? Nah. But I did tuck it. I folded it and tucked it. But then I was like, I ain't keeping this $50, man. Let me get it.
See, we human. We human over here, but we got good hearts.
No, my first instinct was not, hey, somebody lost $50. Let me find out who the owner. My first was like,
Child's Park after dark.
I mean, all day, every day, and sometimes on the weekend. You better know it. So yeah, I ended up turning it in, and I felt real good about it. And but I did.
Now you turned it in, and somebody behind that counter done cashed that 50.
It's possible, but that's on them. It ain't on me. It's not on me. I got my blessing. I did the right thing, in that moment. But like I said, if it had another 0.
Ooh.
Another 2 zeros.
Ooh, 2 zeros. We would have been having a party.
I would have posted. Won't he do it? You wouldn't have seen the nothing. You'd have just seen. Won't he do it? Yeah. Ain't he good? Yeah, right on time. That's what that post would have been. Yeah.
You and Sean would have been on there like this.
Right. For real. Upgrade you. So if you found a briefcase full of money.
I'm keeping it.
You keeping it?
I'm keeping it.
Oh, yeah.
A briefcase.
Cash is different, though.
Cash is different. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
If I keeping it? I am keeping it.
What y'all doing? Tampa Bay Breakfast Club crew, what y'all doing? Y'all keeping it or you turning it in?
I'm keeping it. If I stumble across it, it is not mine.
Okay. You not going to try to find the right owner?
Nope. It ain't even a thought in my mind.
You already have decided that,
already.
If it happens that way,
it's just mine.
That's what God intended.
Yes, that's exactly what He intended. Because He already know my heart.
Okay.
And He know my intentions.
And He knows your needs, right?
So He's not gonna put a briefcase full of money in front of me and not think that I'm not gonna keep it because He already knows my intentions.
Right. So that's not a test for you at all.
It's not a test.
Okay.
This is a sign from Him that He want me to have it.
It's confirmation.
It is very much confirmation because if He did not want me to find it,
He wouldn't have put it in front of you.
He would have put it in somebody else's face, and who got a pure heart.
I can't believe you said that. Dear Lord, don't put this in front of me, Lord, because you know what I'm going to do with it.
Yeah.
Let me know if
and then my mom will say this is God's will.
Dr. Goggles said, I'm the right owner. I am the right owner. Right? My wife, hey there. She said she's keeping it.
And you see where you said she's not stressing about the Lord's blessing.
That's right. That's right. Why not? Come on now. And then Yubi says, so the need $50. But $500, Yeah, that's right. That's exactly that's my logic.
I mean,
like you can stand it.
And honestly, you know what? They probably can stand more than $50 than $500. But Lord, like, cause if you got that 50,000, you probably was doing something real. So you probably was gonna go do something real.
You gonna cry real tears.
And you want me to tell you, and I'm gonna bless myself real nice with that 50.
Okay.
1,000.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I hear that. So like if it's been a while, but like another one of them similar scenarios is like if you're in a store, right, and you like you see something that's marked for the wrong price. Do you try and get it at that price even if you know that that's the wrong price?
Yep. All day.
Like you like.
Let me tell you what. Okay. So here y'all go. I really do have a good heart. If I find something,
it ain't that bad.
It really ain't that bad.
Yeah.
I'm a people's person. Like
But you understand when you being blessed.
So let me tell you this: if I go in the store and it say $2 and I know it's 50, I'm gonna get it for the 2. And I'm gonna actually take a picture and let you show that it's all in the wrong spot.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna argue you down about that $2. Now you can move whatever you need to move after that. But it was there
in the $2 spot when I got there.
Feel about bringing up my own stuff. You don't pay me for it. You don't give me a discount for it.
Yeah.
You still making the money off of it. So no, I'm doing all the hard work. I gotta bag my own stuff.
Yeah.
And then I gotta be harassed when I
at
walk
the door.
out.
Yeah.
No, not happening. So if I can get a discount, because you made a mistake. You got employees that you want to cut off at 40 hours, but you want to work them, but they don't get overtime.
Yeah.
I got your overtime for you.
Okay, got it.
I got you. Don't worry.
How about y'all? Let me know what you're doing. If you find something, if you're in the store and you see something that has the wrong price on it, do you try and get it for the right price? Mama Blue said, customers always right. Give me a sale, especially shoes.
Oh, yeah, she loves you. What about you?
Yeah, I ain't gonna like go back and forth, but I'm gonna try and get it for the, as advertised, especially if I thought that it was that price. Now, if I know it ain't the right price, I might like shoot my shot, but if they shoot me down, they'll be like, oh, okay, all right, what is it? I ain't gonna go back and forth. Look at that silence. Y'all can't see her face.
No, they can see my face.
For those on the radio audience, that silence was just Qiana's face. And she ain't having it.
Nope.
Sean, you trying to keep it?
Yeah.
What, you trying? Yeah, she said yes. Yeah. She getting it for the. She's gonna try and get it for the low.
Me and Sean together on this.
On this, so y'all find the money, y'all keeping it.
Yeah,
right. Y'all see it for the wrong price.
A briefcase.
Your briefcase full of money. You keeping the money.
Yes.
Wrong price, you gonna get it.
Yeah.
And self checkout is a no.
Yeah. Man, Sean.
Look, y'all lined up. Right, linked up all the way through.
Yes, all day.
Oh man, love it. I love it. Oh, and just like that, it's 8:00, y'all.
Dang, it came up real quick.
It came up real quick. And so what we're gonna do is we got to take the break. But after the break, it's a lot of stuff going on. We got some headline news. We're going to talk about this cold front that's coming this week. There was the first black chief of police was sworn in, attempted carjacking at the Crab Shack, and a whole lot more. We got to ask.
We got Jay-Z.
Yeah, Jay-Z and Jay-Z and Diddy. Lord have mercy. That's my prayer. Lord have mercy.
Yeah. Talk about that white comedian.
Okay.
Yes, we're going to talk about it.
So we're going to talk about that white comedian.
Yes, that white comedian.
And all that's happening after the break. So y'all stick around. We'll be back about 6-7 minutes after the hour, right on the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
Hello. As Syria begins its post-Assad future, the UN has this warning for the country.
Any political transition must ensure accountability for perpetrators of
Agape Soul Boutique. High-end boutique looks and quality with affordable pricing. Located at 6025 Martin Luther King Street South in St. Pete. Choose from our amazing selection of stylish, fashion-forward heels, wedges, boots, children's shoes, accessories, and much more. You can shop now and pay later interest-free with Afterpay. Subscribe to our website and get huge savings on our latest products at agapesoulboutique.com. For more information, call 727-379-1318. Come give your feet the royal treatment and check us out at Agape Soul Boutique today. Agape Soul Boutique. High-end boutique looks and quality with affordable pricing. Located at 6025 Martin Luther King Street South in St. Pete. Choose from our amazing selection of stylish, fashion-forward heels, wedges, boots, children's shoes, accessories, and much more. You can shop now and pay later, interest-free with Afterpay. Subscribe to our website and get huge savings on our latest products at agapesoulshoetique.com. For more information, call 727-379-1318. Come give your feet the royal treatment and check us out at Agape Soul Shoetique today. Agape Soul Shoetique. High-end boutique looks and quality with affordable pricing. Located at 6025 Martin Luther King Street South in St. Pete. Choose from our amazing selection of stylish, fashion-forward heels, wedges, boots, children's shoes, accessories, and much more. You can shop now and pay later, interest-free with Afterpay. Subscribe to our website and get huge savings on our latest products.
We are back.
We back. Welcome back to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
And this is Qiana.
And this program is being brought to you as part of the New Image Project of the Community Development and Training Center, aka See That?
See That.
And we'd like to thank y'all for tuning in, helping us to redefine what's cool, because
smart
is
the new
gangsta.
Baby.
And look, if you don't know, now you
know.
No. So yeah, a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world, man. Y'all get your house in order. And definitely want to welcome y'all back. We got a special guest today. We got a lot of hot topics that we're going to get into. But we got my brother, Eric Smith of Inclusivity.
Yes, sir. What's good?
What's good with you, man?
Oh, man, living the dream.
I hear that. I hear that.
For sure.
Thank you so much for coming through, man. You got some stuff happening this week.
Yeah. So our nonprofit, the Inclusivity Innovative Institute, is having a couple of sessions going on at the Center for Health Equity.
Mm-hmm.
The first session is Mental Health Matters. The second one is From Crises to Resilience.
Okay.
The basis for all of this is that we've been going through a lot, man.
Yeah.
Between these storms, this wild election process, and bruh, it's the holidays.
So yeah, people really be going through during the holidays.
Oh yeah, for sure. So with all of that going on, I felt it was a time to just bring folks together. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, no, I hear that. And you do this every year, right? Like, is this it's the annual conference that you do?
So we were going to do our annual conference, which is usually a day and a half, but everything got sucked out of the room, with the storms happening back to back. And it didn't feel like the right time.
When do you usually do it? Like,
it's usually around this time.
Okay, gotcha.
It's usually around probably more like September-ish.
Okay, gotcha. But that's when it was kind of ramping up.
Actually, we're going to do it November 7th, the Thursday after the election, because folks are going to be in their
field.
Yeah. But it was just too much going on with the storm.
That.
So I was like, this feels really selfish. So what can I do to give back? And that's doing these two sessions.
I hear that, man. Okay. Definitely appreciate that.
No doubt.
Yeah. And for those who don't know, Inclusivity was also behind the survey that happened with the thing that came up with the fire department.
Yeah. So we were commissioned by the city of St. Pete to do a kind of our cultural competence assessment, which involved a pretty significant survey. And, unbeknownst to us, it sparked a little bit of controversy.
Yeah.
So
you're just doing what you do.
I'm just doing what I do.
Asking the people and creating space for them to feel comfortable sharing their views.
Yes. And they say, we don't like it.
Right. They say we got some real issues over here. Yeah.
So, I mean, so some things came to light and, they got worked on.
Yeah, absolutely. And while we on that note, just want to give a shout out to Keith Watts. Shout out to he was actually sworn in as the first Black fire chief.
Wow. A lot of firsts still going on.
Yeah, a lot of firsts still happening. How about that? 2024, the end of 24, and we still getting first Black.
The era of first. And still can't get to some first.
Still cannot get to some first, right?
So,
I hear that loud and clear, man.
Absolutely.
And so just, with Inclusivity, I mean, we've done multiple things together.
Right.
Let people know just kind of about the organization and some of the other things that you do.
Right. So Inclusivity is a full service consulting firm with a cultural competence lens. So we do a lot of work around assessments, whether that's organizational development, marketing, but really to ensure that there's an equity lens with the folks that we're working with, the clients that we have. So that can be a municipality, that could be an organization, that could be a company. Even in the academy, we do similar work along those lines. We also get involved with working with architectural and engineering firms to ensure that they're being equitable when it comes to development.
Okay.
To ensure that we're, doing our best to mitigate displacement and gentrification. Some things we can't stop, but at least being a voice in the room when the room is doesn't have a voice.
That's right.
Or our voice to be heard. So we do that kind of work. And then last year we started our nonprofit because we wanted to be in a space and place to give back and be able to do things a little bit differently. Because there's access that nonprofits have that for-profits don't.
Okay.
So we created the Inclusivity Innovative Institute that really houses our conferences, but also is going to be the one that houses the Tampa Bay Equity Incubator, which is our culturally competent capacity building incubator for nonprofits. So a lot going on, man.
Yeah. That's why we wanted you here. Because like everybody who come here got a lot going on.
For sure.
Because that's what it's about, man. Just making sure that the community knows about these opportunities to get engaged, knows about the resources. And also, when we talk about the New Image Project, it's new information, media, arts, graphics, and entertainment.
Nice.
And when we say redefining what's cool, like this is what's cool.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And really understanding, like, there's people in our community doing some amazing work. And that's the real gangster stuff, man. Real deal. So yeah, no, I appreciate that, big brother. And Q, you all right over there?
Yeah, I'm listening. I'm listening. I'm gonna chime in when y'all need me.
I just wanted to make sure you was good over there.
Yeah.
No, that's what it is, man. And then with just the era that we're in now, with of course, you got the Inclusivity Institute, and then you got Inclusivity LLC. How has this move around anti-wokeness and the whole shutting down DEI, how has that impacted the work that you're doing right now?
So it's interesting. I get asked this question on a regular basis, and to be honest, when the anti-woke sentiment and don't say this, don't say that, started to happen, my clients started to panic. I said, whoa, calm down. Because so I had to ask a question: is it the word or is it the work?
Is it the word or is it the work?
So from that perspective, it's all right. If they're upset about a banana split, call it a hot dog.
Ooh.
And if they want, ketchup on their hot dog, that's fine. We'll just do it that way. So we came up with the idea of, if you don't like the words diversity, equity, and inclusion, we're just going to drive engagement intentionally.
Okay.
And that way, we're still going to get to the same points. We're still going to do the work.
I like that.
But it's like, come on, you're not going to win the word game with me. So if you hear the word, all right, I'll change the word. That's easy. That's what I do.
I hear that.
I like it because when you say you nosy, no, I like to be inquisitive and knowledgeable about my surroundings.
That's right. You jerry-rigged it. No, that's ingenuity.
Right. All day.
I ain't tired.
Right.
Talking about Q tired. I ain't tired.
I know. She absolutely up in here, man. But no, because I think about you often when I see that happening, and like the thing with Walmart, just being somebody that's in that space. What's your take on what's happening over there, and how should the people be responding? Because I saw the cancel Walmart stuff. I seen like the boycotts and all that. What's your take on that?
So the thing about this is being really conscious and clear about why. Is it a complete dismantling, or are they running scared because of what's happening in certain spaces?
Yeah,
you can say the same thing about Home Depot, and other big companies, but a lot of it is panic and fear.
Okay,
they know who's coming back into office. And the potential for things to go sideways, so they're trying in an attempt to protect themselves. Now, I'm not saying that it's right. That's not a thing. But the thing about what I always get concerned about when it comes to DEI work is that if you don't understand what the business case is.
Okay.
So if there's not a business reason for doing it, it's not going to be sticky. So it's the right thing to do. I'm like, okay, so this is going to go when the times get tough.
Back up a little bit for me when you say if there's not a business case for doing it.
In other words, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense.
Okay, thank you for that. So, let's make the implicit explicit.
Yeah, absolutely. So,
yeah.
But if you understand that, people of color, this is the browning of America. So now becoming the majority in terms of bodies in the United States. It's already happened globally. So we come with a certain amount of buying power.
Yeah.
So if you want to be appealing to this group of people, you have to make sure that they're being included, so you understand what their desires are, what their tendencies are, so you can market your products in the best possible manner to them that's actually going to be useful for them.
Yeah.
So that means they need to be included in the process.
Right.
They need to be in your building. They need to be, your customers. They need to be your employees. They need to be your suppliers, so you can better understand. That's the business case. And it's very simple.
Yeah.
If you look at the demographics, white non-Hispanic is declining.
Yeah.
African-American is staying pretty much flatline, but if you look at Hispanic and Asian, those numbers are increasing.
Right.
So if you're not paying attention, you're going to miss.
Yeah.
So, so for me, it's a business case of why these things are important. But the challenge also becomes, they made all of these different proclamations, with the murder of George Floyd and that whole period of time.
All these resolutions and proclamations.
And now they're rolling it all back. When they really didn't have the intent on doing it in the first place, they were scared at that point too.
Okay, yeah.
And they didn't want to be the one not doing something.
Okay.
And it's kind of what we talked about last week.
Yeah.
Like you just kind of go with the flow. Like wherever it goes, it's like, hey.
They're riding the trend.
Right, that's it.
So DEI, is the trend now. It's in fashion.
And what I do think is, like with Walmart, you're looking at, they're comfortable enough to say, hey, I can go with the trend because they have monopolized the area and the market that you be mad at me, but you're gonna have to break down because where else you gonna go eventually?
Yeah.
Like it's a convenience thing. Like you
that sounds like a toxic relationship.
It is. I mean, it is.
What you gonna do without me? Where you gonna go?
And I mean, like we said, like there's some places that the Walmart is the only store that's there, and you have to go an hour away. Like I'm gonna go an hour away when I plan it. But then the day that I'm out of flour and I'm cooking chicken, and I need it, right?
You running to go?
I'm running to Walmart, and I'm like, dang, I shouldn't have did it. I feel a little guilty. But then after I do that, I'm like, you know what? Forget it. I'm just gonna go to Walmart, and that's what most people do. And Walmart knows that.
Yeah, they'll be back, as they say. Yeah, and I like what you said too about making the business case, because we worked on that Pinellas equity profile, and it talked about the economic impact of poverty and also of inequity, like the cost of racism. It's
and there's a real dollar amount associated with it that is counterintuitive. Like you realize it's when I make the analogy, it's okay. I have this beautiful boat. This boat can rock and roll. It is super fast. So why would I drive this boat with the anchor down? I'm gonna destroy my boat.
Right.
Lift the anchor up so we can all go fast.
That's right.
So that's where a lot of my questions come. Like, so the cost of this and the amount of energy, time, and resources that you're putting in keeping people down, you'd spend a lot less money, and we can go faster as an entire nation if we just lift them up.
If you just remove the anchor.
But they don't want the whole nation.
That's right.
That's the thing is like it makes sense, right? And you be like, duh, like why not?
And that's why
because we don't want y'all there.
And that's why a couple of years ago it occurred to me that racism, particularly the white supremacist brand of racism, is also like a mental health issue. Like you, something got to be wrong with you at this point, like mentally, to be racist, because it just makes no sense, and it make you do stupid things like racism. To that point, it'll make you make a stupid business decision because you're racist, and it's like, why would you do that if you're in business to try and grow and expand? But they'll like not take the advantage of these opportunities to engage with this market, include these people, because they just have that.
Because they still have the slave master mentality and try to pretend like they don't. They still want to be in charge. And so the thing is, if we include you, you may supersede me. And the one thing I don't want you to do is supersede me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's the supreme idea.
Right. Like you still got to look is that white is right. Like our women are the most beautiful ones. You want straight silky hair. You want this, you want that. Like they still want people to strive to be like them. So it's America.
Miss Teresa, thank you for tapping in, tuning in. She says Eric Smith is absolutely. Oh, she didn't say absolutely. I'm exaggerating. She said Eric Smith. That's what I was thinking. She said Eric Smith is correct. It was that exclamation point that did it for me. It's correct. If it doesn't make money, it doesn't make sense for a big business. And boycotts typically don't really hurt anyone but the lowest level employees and the consumers. Layoffs and higher prices follow. What you think? I think, but particularly with that, I think in recent, what I've experienced with our boycotts is because they're usually reactionary and not strategic. And they're not really tied to a demand. It's just like, okay, Walmart tripping, don't go to Walmart. But it's not saying, Walmart, we're going to have a conversation with you about a change that needs to happen. And if this change doesn't happen, we're not going to spend our money with you. Like that's what I learned in my school of organizing around boycotts. It's like you meet with the target because you want this change. And then if they're not willing to give you what you want or concede to whatever your demand is, then the escalation is a boycott. And then, Dr. King used the term economic withdrawal. It's like, we just pulling our money out of this space. But recently, in a lot of the boycotts and things that I've seen, it's just reactionary. Man, they don't like us, so don't go over there. But there's no demand.
And then there's no solution.
Yeah,
as well. Yeah. So you think about it, we know that it's coming. Like we know that Trump is getting in office. We already see what's happening. Right now, we need to organize and figure out how we're going to do so that now, if we don't want to go to the Walmart, because realistically, right now, people still got to go to the Walmart. Even, how are we going to cut out the Walmart? And we really need, the grocery co-op. How do we make that bigger so that now our people can go there and they have a place right here in this community that they can go to, that they don't have to go to this Walmart. If you cut out one thing, we have to give them something else that's as much is as convenient as that.
That's right.
No, I would totally agree. And I mean, Brother John, this is something that we had talked about in one of our conversations, was community-oriented generational wealth.
Yes.
And the idea of that is being able to share your resources with your own folks in order to help them build. So when you got yours, you are concerned about the next one getting there.
That's right.
That's part of this challenge, because we don't have alternatives. That's why a Walmart can say, all right, you'll be back.
Yeah.
Because your cousin work here too.
Yeah. That's right.
And your auntie. So are you going to gonna hurt them too?
Yeah.
By not being here? Because if our money goes down, they gone.
Yeah.
So
that's what Mr. Reese is saying. Okay, we just lay your nephew off, and and
it makes the situation worse. So you're right. It is reactionary, but that's really the deal: is how do we organize to make the demands that we want to impact change?
No, I love that, man. And then really getting back to the conference and what's happening this Thursday. Let's get the date, time, location. They always tell us put the important stuff up front.
Right. So the date is this Thursday, December 12th. It is at the Center for Health Equity, which is the same building that the Foundation for Healthy St. Pete occupies, on 34th Street. The doors open at 11:30. We are serving lunch.
Yeah.
And the program starts at 12:30 with a little chair meditation to set the tone. And then we're going to go into our panel discussions. And we got some high power folks. So panel discussions. Brother named Dr. Deron Lee is going to be there. He's actually my primary.
Okay.
Patrick Diggs is a licensed therapist. Let me think. There are 2 other licensed therapists. I have to get their names.
Okay.
And then the other panel that's going to be from crisis to resilience has Nikki Gaskin-Capehart, CEO for the Urban League.
Who's doing amazing work over there, y'all. By the way.
Beth Houghton, CEO of JWB, and Duncan Cooley, CEO of the Pinellas Community Foundation.
Nice. So you got resources in there. You gonna walk out, with something.
We want to talk about it, and if you have a moment, there's people that are there.
Yeah,
to be able to kind of help walk through some of that stuff, but also from crisis to resilience is an important one.
Thank you, Mr. Reese.
Because we talk about resilience a lot when it comes to storms.
And
protect yourself. But I want to talk about it let's talk about community resilience.
Okay.
Then organizational resilience. And then what is your personal resilience plan?
Yeah.
When trauma happens, how do you navigate in order to survive?
Right.
So we'll talk about it.
Yeah. And I think, like you said, it's really timely because of what we've seen with the storms and people who, have experienced, loss and the grief in the community by a lot of people, because, grief is usually associated with loss. And so even if you didn't lose a life or a loved one, you lost everything, all your possessions, you can't stay in your house. And so there's like this mood and this energy among, a lot of people where it's like, man, what am I going to do? Like, I really have to start all over. And so to have a space for people who, may have that fog or that glaze over their eyes to be able to come in and say, okay, here's some tools and some ways that you can navigate that. It's very necessary.
And that's, another part of it is that it's the holidays. That's another layer.
Yeah.
The holidays are challenging for most.
That's true.
So, looking at it is, how do I navigate all of this on top of that? So I want to make sure I don't want to leave anybody out. So
okay.
Dr. Jennifer Kazenstein from John Hopkins All Children's Hospital and Jacqueline Gramazio from Florida Blue. So there's going to be some high power folks there that are ready to have some of these conversations.
Okay, got it. And then for people to register, maybe we can put a link in there.
Actually, you can go to the I3.
Okay.
THE, the letter I, the number 3.org, and go to conferences. It's right there.
Okay. Got it.
So it's actually on the first page.
Okay. So DI3.org. We're going to put this link in the chat. Mr. Reese will put the address in there for us. And it's this Thursday, y'all. So y'all make sure y'all come through, man,
check us out.
And really tap in and get these resources, get this help, get this support. And then also networking, because I know you always, every event that I went to that you do, you always have people in the room that you can connect with, walk out with some new relationships, new friends,
and that's always the goal,
and new opportunities. And so thank you for all those things that you're doing, man. And you gonna hang out with us a little bit?
Yeah, we're gonna hang out.
You gonna hang out with the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club? So you're listening to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club right here on 99 Gems. We got special guest in the building, Eric Smith of Inclusivity. And if you'd like to support us, you can do that by going to 99gemstheberg.com. hit that donate button because we definitely need your support. We rely on your support. We want to stay independent. Like, we don't want to have to, kowtow, as they say, or compromise our positions because of a funder.
Right.
And so we know that if you like the independence, you like the independent spirit, and like us doing what we do, unrestricted, no handcuffs, the freedom that we are able to enjoy is because we're supported by listeners like you. So continue to do that.
Boom, boom, boom.
That's right. So please make sure that you do that. And if you'd like to contribute directly to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, you can do that by going to Facebook. If you're on there already, you can send us some stars. And for those who don't know what stars are, Qiana, what are stars?
Stars are what Facebook gives us.
Okay.
Right. And if you never received stars before, the first 200 is free. Y'all hear me say that quite often. So if you never just tapped on it and got your free 200,
do it today.
Do it today. Why wait till later?
Yeah. No.
Just do it right now.
Right on. Right now.
Not
N-I-E.
right now, but right now.
Yeah.
Right. And then once you get them, give them to us right now.
Right now.
Right.
Don't delay.
Right. And then, like any great deal, listen, first of all, they're a centerpiece. You can't go nowhere and get anything for a penny.
A penny?
1 penny.
Okay. Wow.
Right. Any great deal, the more you buy, the cheaper they are.
So that means it's less than a penny?
Yes.
Wow.
And so we appreciate them. Please go give us, and you don't got to boycott us. Right? You know what I mean?
I think we get those who will already have. And we all right with that too.
And we okay with that.
Yeah,
too.
we absolutely all right.
But you want me
to
tell you they boycott us just like we boycott Walmart,
and then they come right back. Yeah.
You know, people say, I ain't coming back no more. And I'm out.
Yeah.
And then 2 seconds later, we see them back
in the chat. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't stay away too long.
We have produced a product.
Yeah, that you just can't do without.
It's like a Lay's chip. You just can't.
You can't do one.
Yeah.
You can't just have one. So in the headline space, let's start with some local stuff. And there was an attempted carjacking at Krispy Krab. Did you see that?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so a masked man attempted to carjack a vehicle outside of Krispy Krab in St. Petersburg on Wednesday night, or this was a couple nights ago. The victim, who was waiting in his car while his wife picked up the food, shot the suspect in self-defense. The suspect has been identified as an 18-year-old. He entered the vehicle and attempted the carjacking, and then the victim defended himself by using his legally owned firearm. It took place at the Crafty Crab over off of Tyrone Boulevard, and it really just highlights the conversation that we talk about a lot of times. To carry or not to carry.
People need to leave people's stuff alone.
Start there.
First of all,
let's start with that.
Because I'm finna tell you right now, if I'm sitting in my car and you try to break in there, you're gonna, just like the little 18-year-old, I'm really sorry that he got shot. But that's gonna happen if you get in my car with me right now.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah. Because that's we have this thing about guns. Me and Qiana, we be on different sides of it. And
but me and your wife are twin souls.
Yeah, you are. Because she bought it for real.
Yeah.
I'm scared to death.
That's why I stay on the right side.
That's why I stay on the right side of it. But I do think that it is it introduces that conversation, because a lot of times when we talk about gun ownership, this guy was, in a situation where being a licensed carrier helped him and helped his family. And so that is another part of the conversation that, all of those like get rid of guns, anti-guns, guns kill people type thing. Like there's another side to that story.
And I feel that unless you're mentally not capable, everybody should carry. Right. Unless
that's why we are on the different side.
To be honest, because the objective is to get home. And if you think everybody is carrying, you're gonna think twice before you go rob them, because that guy who hopped in the car, he didn't think. He thought he was the only one that was ready. If you thought everybody in the room got a gun, you ain't finna go in there, because 9 times out of 10, you're not making it back.
Yeah. You know what? You're right, Qiana. I got to give you that one, because I'm sure that 18-year-old did not think that he was going to go into this car and get shot in the chest. Yeah. Wow.
But if he thought that everybody had a gun,
if he knew that it was possible,
he'd be like, this ain't the car for me.
Yeah.
Because he thought
no car is the car for me, right?
This life ain't the life for me.
This life ain't the life for me.
So what did I say? an armed society is a polite society.
Yeah,
I heard that.
That's my statement.
I mean, and that's kind of like the martial arts thing. Like once you know people who know martial arts, those are some of the most humble people that you'll ever meet because they know what they're capable of. Yeah, they're in touch and in tune with their power. Exactly. What's your thoughts on Second Amendment?
I mean, I'm licensed to carry, so that's my but there's a reason for it.
Sure,
because I was a person that didn't care. I was one of the persons that never had firearms, things like that.
Right.
That changed when Trump came into office.
Okay,
I have to be real honest. And
2016. Yeah, the first time. Yeah.
Yep. Because I was a new dad. In a new marriage, and I was scared.
Ooh.
Straight up and down. Just scared.
Just all.
So I asked a good friend for what do they call it? I said the home protection starter pack.
Okay.
And I got some stuff and learned how to use it all, added a few more pieces. And now, I was like, well, I might as well go ahead and get the concealed weapon permit.
Right.
Because, it just makes sense to go all the way and have what I need, even though you don't have to have it here.
Sure.
But I'd rather be safer than sorry.
Right.
So now, I carry. My wife knows how to shoot. And when my children are of age, they're going to learn as well. Just because it's unfortunate, but it is a sign of the times.
No, I hear that, man. And I appreciate
I think everybody, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Go to that range.
Yeah.
I told you about when I went and no, I'm just like I went to the paintball and them little white kids.
They in there. They doing
backflips.
And we scared to move. We won't even move. Right. I went paintballing and I sat there in one spot. They like you can't stay here the whole time.
And I think I'm pretty good. Like,
did I get them?
Duck and cover.
Duck, that's it. That's what I was taught. And more cover than ducking. Right. Because if you're ducking, that means you're moving.
And to be honest, once your kids know and you give them the education, that takes the curiosity away from them. Yeah. You know what I mean? We see the kids who care, like who over here sneaking and doing stuff like that. A lot of times they wasn't educated about it.
Right.
I mean, I think that's a big part is to take away the stigma. Because I was taught a long time ago, it's better to have and not need than need and not have.
Always. Right. Yeah. No, that's right. And so definitely community, make sure that you stay vigilant, be mindful when you're in public spaces, particularly in parking lots. This is the holiday season, as was mentioned. And so people, are hurting and they responding to how they hurt different ways. I remember being in the streets and the holiday times was very stressful for a lot of the brothers in the streets because they got, multiple families and had all kind of stuff going on. And they used to be like, hey, like this is season for us too. And so if you, depending on what side of the spectrum you're on, man, it can get a little crazy.
Lock your credit cards up because a lot of people now are getting them fraud alerts.
Yeah. You
know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff that
it's like fake fraud alerts.
Yeah.
Like I got some fake fraud alerts, and it's like I call the bank and they're like, that ain't us, that's somebody else. That's right. Like trying to get your information.
Get your information, absolutely.
Yeah. So like those phishing things and all of that stuff. And also I just remember
the UPS, you ever get the UPS text talking about your
packages?
I didn't order that. Right. What's coming?
And you know what's crazy? Because I don't go to stores like I used to because I'm an online shopper now. And so I have to go to my cart and make sure. Like, did I order something? Because I get stuff. It's crazy now, man. Like I have stuff coming up. I order stuff and I forgot I ordered it.
Like I like to go to the store. I like to go to the store. Like I do shop online, but I like to go to the store. I like to,
I don't care for that experience.
I like to keep, even though I want the discount.
Yeah.
I like to keep people employed.
I hear that. Thank you so much for that. And thank you for your service. And also just make sure that if you're buying gifts and you have packages, like they said, if they don't put them in plain sight, put them in the trunk, that kind of stuff. So that if somebody walking by your car, this is what I learned a long time ago too. Don't tempt a thief. So don't put it in a spot. Like,
you done did that to me. He's like, you done.
Yes. Oh my God, Qiana.
Don't talk about it.
You tempting a thief. What you doing?
Don't talk about it.
I will not. But don't tempt a thief, y'all. And so be safe. Also, there was a 15-year-old murder suspect who escaped and then was rearrested. I think this might have been in Hillsborough County. So 15-year-old was charged with the April murder of a 14-year-old. My God. He escaped from a Tampa juvenile detention facility, but was recaptured late Sunday night after an 11-hour manhunt. He escaped at the Hillsborough Regional Juvenile Detention Center And then he was captured in the 100 block of Tampa, somewhere in Tampa Heights. He escaped about 10:45 in the morning, yesterday, as a matter of fact. And then he was recaptured 9:15 the same day. And so, again, man, it's just crazy because I think he was involved in, like, the way that they ended up arresting him was because they pinged his location, and the 14-year, the person who he murdered, like, it was like a TikTok issue, beef type thing.
Something stupid.
Yeah, he ended up losing his life over something that happened on social media. Internet beefs, man. Tweefing. Yeah. they tweefing out here.
Tweefing.
And then in national news, there was a you might have remembered this story. Some might remember it. I remember the Final Call was covering it really big when it happened. There was a 17-year-old was found dead in a rolled up gym mat. This was like 12 years ago.
Okay.
In Valdosta, Georgia. And his parents have actually filed a federal lawsuit against the Georgia Department of Health. The lawsuit is seeking to amend the cause of death from positional asphyxia that was ruled in 2013 to now non-accidental blunt force trauma based upon the findings of independent forensic pathologists. And it's always been an issue with this case. So it's a 17-year-old. They found him in a gym mat, those wrestling mats. Mm-hmm. He was rolled up inside of the mat, found dead. Like they might have tried to dispose of his body inside of the mat.
Because he didn't roll himself up when he died.
No, he did not. And so they were saying that the autopsies revealed that he had a ruptured cardioid artery, mm-hmm. and it contradicted the original autopsy that they gave, which found no significant injuries. So they basically were saying, so he just, situational asphyxia, like he rolled himself up and suffocated in this mat.
He thought it was real funny to roll himself up.
Yeah.
Stop it, I say.
That's what they said. Right. And so
if it was a lie, they told it, and they did.
And so the family actually presented autopsy photos that were showing the discrepancies in his body's condition. It showed that they tampered with the evidence after his body was removed from the school gym. And this is also included in the lawsuit. So they filed it under their Civil Rights Act, and they're alleging systemic racism, discrimination, and denial of due process. And the Georgia Department of Public Health has declined to comment on the pending litigation, and they continue to push for accountability and awareness, emphasizing that justice still hasn't been served in this particular case.
I just be like, who are you covering up for?
Yeah.
Like at this point.
The system. It's the system. It's the system. You got to protect the system.
We need to, you know what? Do you take the red pill or the blue pill?
Yeah.
Because at this point, like, if you're protecting this system.
Mm-hmm. Do we say this a lot too? The status quo is never changed by people who are comfortable in it.
Not until it ends up at your front door.
You no longer comfortable.
Right. Like we look at
long as you good, it's good.
Epidemic, right? As long as it was in our community, it was okay. But when it hit your daughter, now it's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It hit your son, now it's a problem. But you passed by us all this time and never addressed the problem until it migrated over there to you.
Yeah, and you know what? I've had a conversation with somebody recently about that, and she was sharing with me her experience. And I don't know how I didn't get permission to share it. So, but the idea is that there are times where there's things that you don't think about until it happens to you. And then when it happened to her, now she became an advocate and a champion for that space. And so again, it's, balance to that side, but you don't have to like compromise your convictions in order to have compassion. And that's what we're talking about. Like you see some stuff going on. It's like, okay, you can be compassionate on this person. Not just like, okay, well, it's, I'm worrying about me and mine. Right. They ain't got nothing to do with me.
I can work, so you should too. But not knowing.
Yeah, all of the circumstances and situations that go into that. So, yeah. Okay. You want to do it?
Jay-Z?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's going on?
So, Jay-Z is now wrapped up in the Diddy.
Okay.
In the Diddler.
It was coming. I saw it coming.
I mean, they've been trying to do it from the beginning.
Yeah.
Where Jay-Z? Where Beyonce? Where Jay-Z? Where Beyonce? Oh, Jay-Z's next. So there's So they headline.
Let me do hashtag allegedly. No, you keep going. let me put out
that Jay
the views expressed.
Jay and Diddy is accused of messing with a 13-year-old.
Wow.
Now, this is where I stand. I think that like the culture is definitely being attacked.
Okay.
And when you have powerful men or powerful people, especially of color, they want to bring them down. Like Jay-Z over here minding his own business. And everybody's still trying to pull him in, and so I'm going to sit back and watch it. Me personally right now, I don't see no basis for it, but who knows?
Yeah.
But our men are being attacked. I will say that. And, I stood by whenever you're trying to change your life and make a great impact to our community, then they start bringing out your skeletons, right? I do believe that you shouldn't give them no skeletons to bring out, but they do. They're okay with you giving us liquor. Oh yeah, making us do parties, you know what I mean, and feeding us garbage. But as soon as you say unity, let's get some real
Revolt.
power.
Yeah, like you got a brand that's called Revolt,
right? Right. And now you said we're gonna start our own party. Yeah. Now I want to start black schools. I want to invest in this, and we're talking about straight blacks. They say, "Oh, you're not that powerful." Yeah, we didn't give you all that power, and you know what? You thought that you had something. I'm going to show you how you're not that person, and so we want to pull you down. As soon as you are black and proud all the way, and like I'm not gonna do the foolishness, then they be like, that ain't what we signed you up for. Now that's how I feel.
I hear that. Have you seen it? What's your thoughts, Eric?
And I saw there was another article where Jay responded.
Okay, I didn't see that.
And essentially he's like, so if I did all of this, why is it taking you so long to come find me? Yeah. Because
he's taking that spot.
Yeah. So if that is indeed what happened, why is this taking so long? Yeah. And so he's like, there's no basis for it. We're going to fight it. He said, but now I have to go talk to my daughters about what they're going to hear and tell them my perspective because it's not true. And so it just brings up the idea of in the court of public opinion, you're guilty until proven innocent. Yeah. And when you see people that are powerful, they build you up just to take you down. Yeah. So part of this,
how my wife would say it, they make you and they break you. Yep. Yeah.
So part of this is to recognize that when you're at that level of esteem, that level of power, to fall from grace is pretty hard. But also, like I said, don't give them the fuel. Yeah. You cannot do that. So, there are situations and circumstances by which you have to be sure you're protecting yourself. And when you're young, you're kind of exposed. So it's now having to, deal with some of those things and pick up the pieces can be challenging. So it's really a matter of now. Like even telling young folks, watch what you put on social media. It don't go nowhere.
That's right.
So
it's there.
It's there, and they can go find it. And they're pulling stuff out from decades ago to come at you. Yeah. Especially when you're in a position of power and also a position of change.
And you want me to tell you the climate changes. There's not saying that like it's acceptable, but things that was acceptable, like go back to Freaknik. Right, and go back to Black Beach. The things that happened then can never happen now, but that was the culture. Not saying it was right, but that's what was, you know what I mean? You think about when they told everybody to smoke cigarettes. Yeah. Everybody was smoking cigarettes.
It was cool, yeah.
And then
smoking cigarettes is cool.
Don't do that. When the new drugs come out, you get higher than a kite, like you feel good. And then they be like, hey.
Yeah.
Your brain cells, son. Your brain cells.
There's new data. There's new research that's shown.
You're going back, pulling out of a bag when this was acceptable. Yeah. At one point, and now it's not.
Right. So right. No, and I hear that loud and clear. Carla, we talking about the Jay-Z Diddy allegations. What's on your mind?
Introduce yourself.
Hey, what's happening? This is one and only Mr. Edmund tapping in.
Good morning.
How y'all doing this morning?
Doing well.
All good.
Hey, Eric, great show, man. Y'all always do a good job. But I want to definitely speak on these Jay-Z and Diddy allegations. I think this is an operation, no matter what's going on, I think this is to take down the black billionaires and the black the black what's become the national black leadership, which is the rappers and the producers and these type of people. And I don't know if they're guilty or innocent, and that ain't what I'm talking about. I ain't talking about guilt or innocence. What I'm talking about is the systematic approach that they've been taking to take out our black wealthy millionaires who have become our leaders. Yeah. Y'all talk about that, and thank y'all for letting me talk.
I appreciate it. Thank you for calling.
Thank y'all for letting me talk.
Yeah. No, I mean, you listen to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club right here on 99 Jams, the Berg, 99.1 FM. And we're talking about the situation with Diddy, Jay-Z, and how it's bigger really than them as individuals. Again, not, really discussing guilt or innocence, but this power dynamic. And I agree, like, Jay-Z, Super Bowl, NFL type stuff. He's in that liquor business. And I don't think it's a coincidence too. Like, both of them are in the business, in this spirits, in this alcohol business. And I saw, who was that? 50 Cent was on an interview, and he was talking about just, how you navigate that space.
He don't talk about politics. He don't talk about religion.
Yeah. And that's stuff that they teach you 101. And everybody who's in trouble right now have been involved in politics and religion. Kanye was on the religious side of it, and Diddy was in the and politics. Yeah, that's right. And the Trump thing.
And Jay-Z and them, they're doing like a criminal reform.
Yeah,
like they're really big.
They have like a huge criminal justice, push and platform.
And they're actually going a little bit further with it. They just announced it. So I'm just when you trying to
So here's what I say on that. You mentioned the culture is under attack. In some respects, I think the culture needs to be addressed. I mean, not with criminal charges and made up allegations if they are, but like there are some areas and parts of the culture that we do need to confront, and we need to address, but not in this way, in this manner. So like the culture can stand a little bit of scrutiny. I do agree that black men in power, like the minister said it to us like this. He said, be mindful because there will be times where your talent will take you into places where your character may not be ready for you to go.
Right.
So you always working on your character. You always, but that's the main thing, like, because no matter where you go, you bring your character with you. And so you get in this, you on city council now. Well, if you don't have the right mindset or the right character, the trappings of that, the allure of that can get you.
But you look at the growth of these black men, right?
Yeah.
It is where they started at. Like Jay-Z talking about suit and ties, and before he was talking about, I beat a murder case.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so
the conversation
changed, and they want to keep you there.
Yeah.
And
as long as you still are there contributing to this negative aspect of the culture, it's accepted.
You got the drill music right now, and you looking at, like, let's take NBA YoungBoy, right?
Okay.
He got gun charges. He did the prescription and all this other stuff. And like, he's getting a year.
Yeah.
For all of this kind of like time served.
Yeah.
He went, called the pharmacist, pretending like he the doctor to get these prescriptions.
Yeah.
And all this other stuff. And then yet he's talking about like killing everybody who stepped on his foot.
Wow.
And when you listening to his music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so what are you telling the young folks that listen to this, especially in our culture, that you can do wrong, you could do this, and then you can beat the charge, but you can't, because he's 1 in a million. He's making the money. You're not.
Your outcome will not be the same.
It will not, because they're making money off of him. They're making money off of you by sending you to prison.
Right. So for you, if you're an NBA old head and not a young boy, the rules don't apply. You get a different set of realities. And I think that's another part of it, even with that music. And we talk about it again as part of the New Image Project, the ability to understand and recognize the difference between entertainment and reality.
Look at Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
I'm a Kendrick fan. So I got his album.
I remember we debated it when this thing first popped off. Yeah.
Right. Kendrick. Yeah. But look how popular he is now that he's beefing and talking about people.
Okay. Yeah. He was already amazing. Yeah,
Grammys. He already had all.
Pulitzer,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He already had the accolades that he needed, but he didn't have the popularity.
Yeah.
Right, and nobody was pushing him to the upfront. Like his fans was his fans.
Yeah.
As soon as he started beefing and calling out people and doing all this other stuff, not everybody know who Kendrick is.
How about that?
And that is not designed by accident.
Yeah.
Like he didn't stumble across that. The industry did not say, hey, today let's make. No, they saw the beef. It divided.
Yeah.
And now you got Drake.
And
we
talking
about Drake going to the principal on him.
Yeah.
Right? And then and we like, yo.
Yeah, with the HR.
So like, we looking, that ain't black to do. Snitches get stitches. We don't tell. We take out whooping and keep it moving.
Yeah.
But no, he want to go. So just look at what's happening.
So, it's interesting. When you
Thanks for the stars.
It's interesting when you start talking about popular culture.
Yeah.
And how if we look back into the days of like, whether it was Red Fox or early Bill Cosby, there were stories, they had their jokes, they were racially intense.
Yep.
But this kind of foolishness wasn't, now you find out some of the stuff was going on in the background.
Yes.
But it wasn't out front. It was in order to build a community, and you didn't talk like this out front.
That's right.
But now trauma and drama sells. I mean, reality TV.
Oh,
how music has changed.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I heard NWA, I had to turn it off because I was like, yo, they're cussing for real.
Yeah.
They're saying lots of bad words.
Yeah.
And now I can't turn it off. Just kidding.
Yeah. At first it was like, wait, pause. Did they just say that?
Like when Plies first came out, you be like, wait, that's so X-rated. Now,
it's like you singing a song.
Yeah.
So, but I think, and that has taken, and that impacts our youth.
Yeah.
Because now it's normalized to cuss.
Yeah.
Now it's normalized to cuss at your elders.
Yeah,
that's right.
Now it's becoming normalized to put your hands on your elders. You wouldn't even think this stuff.
Now Unc can get it. When Unc used to be like,
you should be quiet when Unc started talking.
That's right.
Even if Unc was drunk, you still would be quiet.
That's right.
If Unc was a crackhead, you didn't care. You just was like, that's
but you still gave him a little bit of respect though. Like you respected him, as Unc, but he had his
industry instead of like you say, like
it's no
like my daughter was on a doc series.
Yeah.
And they did one season of Chasing Destiny.
Right.
And the reason why the second season didn't come out because they wanted beef that they were not willing to make up.
They were trying to manufacture some beef.
And they was like, wait, we really need some dirt. And like they was like, we're 5 women. You're gonna find something because we're not always gonna get along.
Right.
You know what I mean? We don't have to have this like we really like each other.
Yeah.
Like we really like we're sisters in here. And we have our problems, but that wasn't good enough for them. So the second season of Chasing Destiny did not come out because of that.
Wow.
That doesn't sell.
Right. And even when they were shopping around and looking at other networks, they were like, so is somebody sleeping with the other boyfriend? Like they
want the drama. They want
it, and that's not what these girls can sing down.
Yeah.
They want their talent to sell and nothing else.
Right. That was Master P's thing. Him and I think it was Romeo when they were doing Growing Up Hip Hop. When Romeo said he left Growing Up Hip Hop, and Master P, he was like, it's too much. It's like
he's like, my name ain't never been in the industry like this until I got on this. Like,
and we're not trying to beef. And then Master P was saying like all of those individuals have so many other things going on. Like he, they got the products, they got the brand, they got the food. He was like, it's so much more that you can highlight of what they're doing that will actually move the culture forward. But that's not what they were looking. The producers of those programs are not. It's not what's selling. It's not what's hot.
He say boycott the whole industry altogether.
That's it. Redefine what's cool.
Yes.
Exactly.
All right. So last thing, and we're gonna get into some announcements before we get out of here. We do want to recognize, and we are honored to announce that there's an event this week with award-winning children's book author Ty Allen Jackson. He's going to present the Danny Dollar Millionaire and conduct a book signing at the Royal Theater in St. Petersburg. This is going to be Saturday from 2 to 5. Ty is a celebrated children's book author, literacy advocate, motivational speaker, and recipient of an honorary doctorate. He founded the Ty Allen Jackson LLC in 2011, which is a literacy organization dedicated to introducing children to reading. And he's partnered with none other than Antonio Brown. of the Competitors Readers Coalition. So Tonio and his team, they're bringing him here, and he's going to do the book signing at the Royal Theater. So y'all make sure that y'all pull up, come by, bring the children. Children will get a free signed book, just like they do at the Barbershop Book Club, aka Competitive Readers Coalition. And then this Thursday, make sure that you're over at the foundation. Give it to them again, Eric.
So it's the Foundation for Health St. Pete, Center for Health Equity. It's called Innovate Your Culture, Messages of Hope, Solidarity, and Progress.
Love that. And it's going to be an amazing event. You always do great work, man. And Q, anything happening that you know of? Anything that I'm forgetting to announce?
No, not nothing I can think of right now. Other than tune in on Wednesday again.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be here.
We going to be here, and we got a special guest. Did we confirm? I think we can say. We can say.
Yeah.
We got the chairman coming.
Yeah.
We got the chairman coming, y'all.
Yeah, he has, a matter of fact, on the 16th of December, then they have the sentencing for
the Uhuru 3.
Right.
So when I say the chairman, I'm talking about Chairman Omali Yeshitela of one of the Uhuru 3. Y'all know the chairman, man. If you don't, Google Chairman Omali Yeshitela.
And honestly, I hope that when they
living
go in
legend
there that they say time served.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah.
This ain't even really no case.
And I'm looking forward to the conversation so we can have him really help us to better understand the verdict.
Yeah.
Because for me, it was a little crazy how the thing that they originally charged him of, they found him not guilty, but it's almost like the OJ where he's not guilty, but he's responsible, type stuff. And so it's just like a little dicey in how they're doing this.
And in this case, if I'm not mistaken, this is the first time this has ever happened.
Okay.
So they don't even know how to sentence them because they never
had a situation like this. Yeah.
Because
he's been convicted of standing up for Black people.
Right.
And he was found not guilty of being told to stand up for Black people by the Russians. But they did find him guilty of standing up for Black people.
And if we know anything about America, whenever you get power, again, when you're
a Black man,
they then tell you that you're working with the ops.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Or you're messing with your culture.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They start sprinkling all this stuff to tarnish your name regardless. Yeah.
So. But we are blessed, man, and honored to have him here. 80-plus-year-old living legend, who was really a pioneer of civil rights movements, like a leader in this community who I'm saying it now as bold and as big with my chest as I said it 3 years ago. Because I still feel that way, and I got to say that because I got in trouble. That was when you talk about when I was going through the appointment process. They had a clip of me saying what I'm saying now, as a reason not to appoint me to the office. We do like we love our people, and we love the people who love our people. You know what I mean? And the chairman has demonstrated his love for our community, his willingness to put his life on the line. He's done time, for things in our community, serving our community. You know what I mean? And so definitely
showed up for people when they wouldn't show up for themselves.
Yeah.
That there's been conversations that you feel like, oh, this may tarnish me. I need somebody to do it. And he'd be like, I got you.
Yep.
But then at this point, when he needs y'all, this is when y'all really need to stand up for him. I think it's a shame when you turn your back on people who help you. You don't have to agree with his methods and all that other stuff, but you can agree that he wants the best for this community.
That's right. Undeniable, man. And so he'll be here on Wednesday. Make sure that you tag a friend, tell a friend, tap in. It's going to be an amazing program. Final thoughts.
What's yours?
Believe and do good.
30 seconds. You got any final thoughts for us? See you on Thursday.
See you on Thursday. Let's get it popping.
All right. Sister Hughes, lose your shoes and be up. Y'all know, be the change you want to be. A C.
Yep. And we got to slow down and say that right, Q. Up next, Sister Hughes. She make you lose your shoes.
And shout all around the room.
And I thank y'all for tuning in to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club on 99.1 FM. I'm your brother John.
And this is Qiana.
And who else we got?
Eric Smith up in the head.
And we out.